Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing with you some of the reasons why you probably shouldn't get locks. Now this video will be for you if you are considering locks, or if you just want to know what locks is all about and you know whether you can kind of stick it out. And these are only some of my suggestions because of there are some things that I have learned along the way. But of course, if you find yourself wanting locks for these reasons, I'm not saying that you just can't get locks. Go ahead and get it, because you know I'm sure whichever way you will enjoy your lock journey, and it is here at the end of the day. So that's just a little disclaimer before I get right into it. So let's get into it. So the first reason is for a trend. Now when I say trend, I don't mean you see, you know, like a group of people, you just see different styles here and there and you're thinking, oh, I really like that style. That is more so, you know, inspiration. But for trends, I would mean just some people are getting it at this time. There's some sort of, I don't know, movement going on, and you know you want to join that kind of thing, and you're just, you know, going with the flow. And the reason why I say probably don't get locks because of that is because, like any trends do fade away, they die out, they're no longer popular or anything like that. And basically, you know, that sort of saying, when the music fades, when everything is all said and done, you're just left there with this style. And I just remember when I first got my locks, it was definitely a shock for me. As much as I had thought about it a lot and I really wanted it, by the time I did get it, there was a lot of doubt, and that's me personally. So with any new thing that you have, you just really have to think it through, and that's really more or less a theme for this whole reason to get locks or not to get locks. And it's just basically doing that. With that trend, I just feel that you're not really allowing yourself enough time to think things through and really see if you can stick it out, because that's what it's all about. Another reason, and this is kind of like a, not a myth, but a sort of a false belief, I suppose, and that is to grow your hair. Now yes, your hair does grow when you have locks, or most people's hair does grow when they have locks. But when I say to grow your hair, I mean you have the locks and then you think once you get rid of the locks it will still retain that sort of length. That is not necessarily the case, and I say that because yes, there is this thing where you can unpick your locks, but once you do unpick it, you know, it's not going to have that same exact length that you had when you had locks. So it's kind of like all that growth that you've done, and then it's kind of going to go. So don't feel that if you have locks then you can get rid of the locks and still have that length. It's kind of like another method to grow your hair. You can grow your hair in the locks form, it will be long in the locks form, but it won't necessarily be that same length once you get rid of the locks. So just remember that. And so remember that when you are looking to get locks, and if that is one of the reasons why you want to have locks, then just remember this, you know, manage your expectations basically. Another reason is to get locks on a whim, and that's kind of a bit like the whole trends thing, but when I say on a whim, I mean just one day you wake up and think, you know what, I'm just gonna have locks. And it's easier to do nowadays because, you know, you have the whole Marley twist, you have the whole faux locks, you know, everything like that, where you can actually literally get locks quite instantly. But in a sense where I say on a whim, because you know locks takes a lot of time, a lot of maintenance, and a lot of patience to really get it to that mature stage. And that mature stage does not happen overnight. It certainly does not happen overnight with a whim. So you get it on a whim, and then especially when you start it out the traditional way, as in, you know, you have it as in coils, it's going to take some time before they actually get to that mature stage. And so with that, you have to have the patience for that to really stick it out. And getting it on a whim is kind of like a dangerous thing to do in terms of thinking it through and really, you know, deciding on this is what I'm going to have, and I know that there has to be a level of maintenance with it, a lot of patience with it as well. and dedication to it as well. So guys, those are my reasons. There are about 3 of those there, and even though this is like, you know, a very, you know, light-hearted video, I want to do these videos just to help people out there who have questions. Whenever I see my friends or anybody like that who's looking to consider getting locks, I always, you know, I'm happy to talk to them, and I'm happy to share some sort of knowledge or experience that I have learned along the way with my locks, and you know, help them out with that. This is not to scare anybody off or anything like that. Of course, I encourage you to get locks if that is what you want to do, but it's beautiful, it's a wonderful thing, but there does take some time, there does take some maintenance and patience as well. And those are just some things that I thought of. Is like, hold on, you know, if you're thinking of these things, you know, it's best not to get locks at this stage if you're, you know, want to get it on a whim or anything like that. And yeah, but just remember that hair is hair, and you can rock it any way you like, and it's not always, but it's not permanent. You can always switch up and change it up. But yeah, I just thought I'll share that with you. If you did like it or found it useful, please do give it a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.